Hey, cheating in baseball has been around since the inception of the game. But even with the strict regulations, like we see it now with the umpires checking the hands of the pitchers, but why does it? Will it still exist quietly? I mean, no matter what they do, this is still going to be an ongoing issue, correct?
Well, what we have found in general, and I don't think this is unique to baseball, but one of the themes of our book is that the professional players look at cheating, and many of them do, as a cost-benefit analysis, not a moral issue. George Bamberger, the old manager of the Brewers and Mets, said, we're professional baseball players. We don't play baseball. And he talked about, we look at if we can get away with something and what are the consequences, not what is right or wrong. And I think that permeates professional sport, and that you look at it as, if I don't get caught, it's okay. Or many players do. And again, that has to do with whether, again, it's steroids or sign stealing or corking your bat. Or if you're at the front office trying to get players, illegally roster players.
And that goes on as well, right? All this stuff goes on. And that's why this is a fantastic conversation. Again, we're talking to Dan Levitt, the author of International Balk Baseball's Thin Line Between Innovation and Cheating. Let me ask you this, because coming into this season, nobody thought, because you're a real big analytical guy, nobody thought Aaron Judge and Albert Pujols would be chasing history, especially Albert, right? So we never
Right.
thought that. But they're doing it in the so-called clean era of baseball. But will there always be a question? Like, even if these guys do it, because Albert played in that, in the beginning of that steroid era, and Aaron Judge is just a man beast, right? So I feel like no matter what these guys do, somebody's always gonna be like, is he really clean, right?
Well, obviously we have no way of really knowing. My take is that once they started testing, I think people naturally stopped, and they added the penalties. I mean, if you look at this from a cost benefit, I mean, the chances of getting caught are fairly big. And if you're caught and you get the 80-game suspension, that's a real penalty. And plus what it does to your reputation. So I can't see it really happening much today. The issue from the 90s, the 1990s, was really, there was no way to catch anybody. There was no testing. And if you did, there wasn't really penalties anyway. So we have no way of knowing, people, there was estimates from anywhere from 10 to, 50% of the players were taking it. And there's just, we don't know. And so that's part of what makes everything so, emotionally unsettling. It's hard to place judgment on it when we don't really know what was going on.
That's true.